Hi, my name is Andrew Walters, and I will be introducing the executive summary, situation analysis, problems and consequences, and campaign objectives for Dress Code Tech. The team members for this project are Andrew Walters, Hannah Margin, Sarah Welsh, and Diego Mastro Giovanni. Throughout this presentation, we will be discussing objectives, targeted audiences, budgeting, scheduling, strategies, and research we have conducted for this campaign. Let's continue. This report provides an overall detailed analysis covering dress code tech. It has come to our understanding that dress code tech is still in the early stages of development and lacks brand awareness. Consequently, dress code social media following is below average, limiting the overall reach of the brand message, as it lacks consumer engagement. Our ultimate goal in this campaign is to increase dress code tech's brand awareness by engaging across social media platforms. Visually, we will share photographs and information about the bracelets and learning opportunities of coding. In addition, we are dedicated to building a community that supports dress code tech, its mission, values, and philosophy, in order to drive consumer participation and brand awareness, overall leading to the goal of educating Black American women between the ages of 12 to 30 years old in STEM education that traditionally are less likely to pursue careers in technology. As a new startup company, Dress Code Tech combines fashion, technology, and value into an educational coding program. The demographic participants are Black American women ranging from the ages of 12 to 30 years old. The coding bracelets are uniquely designed with codes that unlock remote learning courses geared to generate interest in careers in STEM. Dress Code's mission statement encompasses the encouragement of curiosity with merging fashion and technology together. In addition, their philosophy is beauty in technology and innovation. It has come to our understanding that Dress Code has a number of key strengths in their company that help them stand out amongst others. Strengths include unique educational fashion, designed to appeal to a female audience, affordability, and activity on social media. Next, we evaluated the weaknesses in Dress Code, such as utilization of their website, limited product selection, and consumer speculation of Dress Code. Opportunities consist of a low-cost training program, dress code bracelet recognition leading to brand growth, and the continual reach of new customers. Threats to dress code are competitors that can create similar programs, an unsatisfied customer base after learning only the basics of coding, and online learning has the potential for constant social media interruptions and distractions. Problems and consequences. After thorough research, we have evaluated the problems that are affecting dress code. One of the main problems for dress code is they are still in their early organizational stages. Due to this issue, they have not been able to generate enough awareness about their brand. Additionally, connecting and engaging with possible consumers is an issue, as dress code has a lack of followers across social media platforms. If these issues are not to be remedied, the consequences of dress code's continued lack of consumer engagement and followers can be detrimental, thus leading the company to bankruptcy and possibly closure. And now I will discuss our campaign objectives. Our main goal in this campaign is to spread brand awareness for Dress Code Tech, as well as encourage the interests of Black American women in STEM education. Our first objective is empowering Black American women between the ages of 12 to 30 years old to utilize Dress Code's educational opportunity by purchasing a Dress Code bracelet and completing online coding lessons. Our second objective is to encourage women invested in STEM to support their female peers with gifting a fellow worker an inspirational dress code bracelet leading to learning. Our third and final objective is marketing dress code bracelets to parents for their daughters, as they encourage learning STEM with a variety of potential opportunities for future career growth and success. And now we will hear from Hannah, who will be discussing our targeted audiences in this campaign.
Hi, my name is Hannah Marton, and I'll be introducing the target audience, messages, and objectives for this campaign. The primary target audience for this strategic campaign is Black American women between the ages of 12 to 30. We have chosen this demographic to target because we found that women of color are much less likely to pursue careers in the technology space. Dress Code's message, to encourage curiosity in computer science, coding, and STEM in girls, will be a vital part in appealing to this demographic. We found that Black American women are much less likely to meet the initial requirements for a career in technology, much less likely to earn bachelor's degrees in computing, and hold less than 1% of technology leadership positions, and represent barely 1% of entered professionals. That's why we decided it would be the perfect audience to have a real impact on with dress code. The campaign message to this primary audience is, you can change these statistics, starting now with dress code's online coding lessons for programs such as HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. An extremely inspirational Black woman in tech that we would work with for this campaign is Catherine Finney, the founder and CEO of Digital Undivided. Through her platform, Finney gives Black female tech founders the training, connections, and funding they need to succeed, much like Dress Code does with their own support of educating females in tech. It would be an amazing collaboration to meet our objective. Our objective for this campaign is to empower young Black American females to take advantage of Dress Code's amazing educational opportunity by purchasing their own dress code bracelet and taking the online coding lessons. The secondary target audience for this campaign is all women currently in the technology industry. A little background of this demographic. Research has found that most women currently in tech do not stay in the field for their entire careers. More than half of women in tech leave their employers at the mid-level point in their careers, which is usually about 10 to 20 years. It is likely that this contributes to girls and younger women not having mentors or inspirational women to lead them into technology careers. The campaign message to this secondary audience is to lean on each other, their fellow females in the technology industry, to make it a more female-inclusive industry for themselves and those who will follow them. Susan Wojcicki is currently the CEO of YouTube, but has been a leading female in the tech industry since 1999 when she joined Google as their first marketing manager and worked her way up to Senior Vice President of Advertising and Commerce. She is an inspiration to everyone, but especially to females in the tech industry who are either just starting out or trying to work their way up the corporate ladder. She would be a great person to pursue for media attention to attract this target audience. And of course, our objective with this campaign is to encourage women already in the technology industry to help their female peers and younger females in their lives succeed in this industry, starting with gifting a fellow worker an inspirational dress code bracelet. On the right, you can see the tertiary audience for this campaign, which is parents, specifically mothers of girls. Educating mothers of the benefits of their daughters learning the amazing skills of coding at a young age will bring an entirely new type of audience to the brand. The campaign message will appeal to mothers who can see the benefit of this kind of learning experience and will buy the product to provide that experience. The campaign message to this tertiary audience is to take care of your daughter's future by giving her access to coding lessons now with Dress Code. An interesting collaboration to get the attention of this audience would be with a company like Girls in Tech. This company educates and empowers women who are passionate about technology and offers coding courses, boot camps, hackathons, and startup competitions no matter the age or profession. Our objective with this campaign is to have parents purchase dress code bracelets for their daughters and encourage them to take the online coding classes to help them open a whole new career path and endless opportunities.
Hi, my name is Sarah Welsh, and I'll be introducing the tactics, schedule, and budget for this campaign. We intend to utilize a number of non-written tactics as part of the dress code campaign, each of which is intended to reach our target audience. First, we will be conducting several in-school events partnering with schools that mesh with our goal of reaching girls and young women of color who, as already discussed, are significantly underrepresented in the technology field. Those school events will both introduce our target audience to the field of technology in general and coding in particular through demonstrations, exhibits, and gifting of dress code bracelets. We will internally publicize these events through the schools we partner with in order to attract our audience and externally publicize them to the news media through press releases. The intended result of these events will be to directly involve the girls and young women we are seeking to reach and to provide them with a knowledge and interest base sufficient enough to make them want to learn more about our message. Next, we will seek out technology conferences that are aimed at or include a substantial portion of women in the field. By setting up booths at these conferences, we intend to demonstrate our commitment to raising the number of women in color in technology and hopefully attract partners in our efforts. We will publicize these events through the conference advertisements as well as by contacting selected participants directly. We will also seek to be part of the press releases generated by the organizers of the events so that our presence is emphasized. The intended result of these efforts will be to attract technology professionals, individually and on a company-wide basis, who recognize and want to become involved with our message. Finally, we intend to sponsor a number of events, both technology-related and non-technology-related, where the focus is girls and young women within our target audience. For example, those events can include technology competitions among schools or simply events aimed at encouraging education of our target audience. Depending upon the event, we will publicize our involvement both through announcements and press releases for the event, as well as by making our signage part of the event venue. The intended result of these sponsorships will be to attract girls and young women to participate in events that they traditionally have not, and to provide greater name recognition among our target audience for dress code. We intend to use a broad-based approach to communication tactics, reaching out to our target audience via traditional and non-traditional channels, focusing especially upon those channels most used by that audience. First, we are going to place banner ads within popularly accessed web pages, providing a link to the dress code site. Through our research, we've identified several pages that are most visited by our target audience so that the banner ads will reach the greatest number of people we want to reach. This will be almost solely a message tactic, as we'll be seeking to communicate with our target audience directly rather than through the news media. The intended result of this communication will be to simply attract the attention of our target audience sufficiently so that they come to our website and learn about our message. Next, we will intend to utilize sponsored content, primarily on platforms like LinkedIn, in order to reach technology professionals to interest them in our efforts. While that content will resemble editorials and the like, it will identify and promote the problem we are trying to address: the underrepresentation of our target audience in technology. It will also be aimed at technology professionals and companies that would be best suited to help in addressing that problem. This, again, will be almost solely a message tactic at first, although once we establish contact with industry professionals, one of our selling points to encourage their participation would be to indicate that we would intend to notify the news media of their assistance. The intended result is to attract technology professionals throughout the course of our campaign who are interested in spreading our message. Third, we intend to use several social media platforms, including Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Google+, to reach our target audience. We've budgeted for a small social media blitz, including several messages on each platform throughout our campaign, as we've identified through our research that our target audience is one of the most active groups on those platforms. Those messages are going to range from publicizing events and sponsorships to messages of encouragement to our target audience, to references to professionals in the field, all with a link back to dress code. While these communications are intended to be message tactics aimed at our target audience, we hope as well to get enough response through vehicles such as likes and retweets that we attract the attention of the news media as well. The anticipated result of this blitz will be audience recognition and engagement with our dress code brand that translates into audience spread republication of our message. Finally, we intend to collaborate with bloggers who are influencers for our target audience. While the messages those bloggers have is quite diverse, having to do with everything from fashion to gaming, we've identified several through our research who are particularly attractive to our target audience and who have large established audiences. Through being guest bloggers with these influencers on their platforms, we'll be able to directly reach our target audience and make them aware of our message and of dress code. Again, these communications will be message tactics aimed squarely at our target audience, but we will also hope to attract news media attention through this method as well. We will not be trying to take audience from these influencers, but hope that such collaborations will add members of the target group to our audience as well. We put together a complete campaign schedule calendar that spans 16 weeks, beginning on August 1st and ending on November 30th. For the entire campaign, we compiled all of our marketing tactics into a final budget of $15,000. We put together budgeting charts indicating the exact quantities and projected costs and subtotals for each area.
Welcome everyone, my name is Tiago Mastro Giovanni. Thanks for hanging around. I'm going to be briefing the evaluation plans and pertinent information section of our dress code campaign here. And we're going to be focusing on three main objectives. The first one's going to be youth empowerment between the ages of 12 and 30. The second one's going to be adult female engagement. And the third is going to be parental influence. In order to begin the evaluation portion of the plan, there must be an understanding of the set goals and how well we're doing in the process of reaching them. In order to understand our first goal, encouraging Black American women to engage in STEM education programs, we first have to understand the basic numbers of how many women are joining without the persuasion of the dress code tech brand prior to the campaign. And so based on audience research, Black women are less likely to reach the initial requirements necessary to compete for a career in technology. Experts estimate only 1% of Black women reach the top in this field. So in order to evaluate the effectiveness of our first goal, our team will set up a survey that will ask targeted specific questions to women who participate in a focus group prior to the initiation phase of the plan, with the exact purpose of figuring out interests, desires, and needs to join a STEM-related field. This method will prove most effective in the long run with a behavioral approach such as our first goal, due to the ability to refer to the quantitative data, which will be a great representation towards how well our campaign is actually doing while it's still being pushed out to the masses. And with that, let's jump into youth empowerment. So in order to evaluate our first goal, it's imperative, like we said earlier, that we create a focus group of young Black American women aged between 12 and 30. And this will be our representative data set here. Again, we're going to be looking to administer a quantitative multiple choice survey in the beginning of the campaign prior to it taking off. That way we can ensure how much information is being pushed out. We can tell if we're actually giving informational objectives and we're reaching our target audience to make sure that they really are grasping the focus of this point here, which is to have them convert over and hopefully have more young Black women engaged into the STEM career fields, because that's what dress code is all about. And like we stated earlier, less than 1% of women in this space are of Black ethnic background. Adult female engagement. So for our second objective, to encourage women that are invested in the STEM field to support their female peers with gifting a fellow worker an inspirational dress code bracelet leading to learning, can be evaluated by implementing a referral assistance program, where if a tech leader assists a young Black woman to purchasing a bracelet and involving themselves in the dress code program, then they will get a shout out on one of our social media outlets. And we feel that this is a great way to not only make our members of those people that we're trying to select here and hopefully encourage to do this. This will make them feel great about their action, and this will also allow the community and the rest of the world to see, wow, these people are stepping up, these people are making a change, and we want to be like these people, because the world is all about influencing others to continuously influence others. It's that cycle that continuously revolves. And that's something that we find beautiful. And if we can continue to encourage people to continue to try to give us that third-party support, that's how we'll be able to reach success here. And similarly, just like I said earlier about having that quantitative data, we'll continuously have that data because, again, it'll serve as an additional motivator for the goal to be encouraged through others. And again, we'll have that face out there to essentially give another representation of our brand and in the direction that we're going in. And for our last objective, we're going to be looking at the parental side here. Marketing dress code bracelets to parents for their daughters as they encourage learning STEM with a variety of potential opportunities for future career growth and success. We can resort to having parents fill out small forms at schools, on social media, and other small outlets where they may be volunteer work or similar avenues of work similar to that, where we can get parents to gather in local, comfortable, safe areas. And what we're going to do with that is we're going to administer quick surveys to the parents, most likely in person for the first survey. After that, we'll gather some data, send them email surveys. Hopefully, we're trying to go preferably online with this. That way we have a little bit more of a quantitative following for that as well. And this data will be quantified into a massive chart to show growth in this segment throughout the time period. And we'll be able to reference back to that for future sales growth and the like. And so the goal with that is when we're able to look back on this data in the future here and we want to assess how well did the campaign actually do, did we reach each target goal, we'll be able to have a mass collection of data between all 3 different sets of goals because of these quantitative surveys. Again, we feel this is the best approach, so that way everybody is able to say, you know what, did we reach our goal? Did we make sales? Did we make our numbers count? And this will be a prime example. Whether it be with social media likes, website conversions, this is what we're going after. Thank you very much.